Okay, guys, just want to talk to you a little bit about angle relationships and triangles. So triangles can be named by their three angles. Angles can be named in the, well, it says they can be named in two different ways, but they can actually be named in three ways. You can name them by the vertex. So like angle A would be, that would be one. And then they also can be named angle CAB or angle BAC. So really, I'm going to change that to a 3 because it can be named by, it can be angle A, angle CAB, and that's the angle sign, and then angle BAC, okay? Angle B could also be named as angle B. It could be angle ABC. I know that angle word is there, but I'm just in the habit of putting the angle symbol. And then it could be angle CBA. And then angle C right here, angle C can be named by the vertex. Also could be named angle ACB or angle ACB or BCA. Okay, and so the sum, meaning that you've got to add, of the three angles in a triangle is always going to equal 180 degrees. So using this information, you can set up an equation to help you solve and determine the missing angle measure. Or if you had, any of the whatever angles you were looking for, okay? This part right here, I'm going to go over, I'm going to give you the information, but then we're not going to do anything else with that, okay? So it says the side length of a triangle, the side length meaning, like if this were 5 and this were 4 and this were 3, if I just made that up, those would be the side lengths. So the side length of a triangle corresponds to the angle measure opposite the side. That means opposite or across from. So if you have triangle ABC, if you have side AB, this side right here, that would be side AB, it corresponds with angle C. Do you see how that's across from that? And then side BC, which would be right here, it corresponds with angle A. And then side CA, which would be this one at the bottom, it corresponds with angle B. So it's opposite or across from. And your smallest angle is always opposite the shortest side, while the largest angle is opposite the longest side. And a side is congruent to another side if it has an equal length. So if it has the same length. Okay, so on this part right here, it says determine the missing angle in the triangles below. So for number 1, find the measure of angle B. So we know that angle A is 32 degrees, angle C is 81 degrees, but we don't know what angle B is, right? Okay. So we have to, we have to make an equation. And so we would have 32 degrees plus 81 degrees plus the one we don't know, we can name that X, equals 180 degrees. And so we're going to have to solve for X. So we can add those two numbers together, can't we? So 32 plus 81, that's going to give us 113 plus x equals 180. And that's a positive 113. So in order to make a zero pair, because we want x by itself, we would have to subtract 113 from both sides of the equation. So 113 minus 113 is 0. And I'm going to pull this down here so I'm not writing inside the triangle. And then bring down the x. And then 180 minus 113, that would be 10 minus 3, which would be 7. And that becomes a 7 minus 1, which becomes a 6. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So that would be 67 degrees. Okay. So this one, we want to find out the measure of angle F, which is right here. So I'm going to put an X there. But look right here. Angle E, it doesn't have a measurement there, but it has a box, and that indicates it's a right angle, which means it's 90 degrees. So then we can add 45 plus 90 plus X. And remember, they all have to equal 180, right? And then 45 plus 90 gives us 135 plus x equals 180. Positive 135, we need a zero pair, so we're going to have to subtract 135 to get x by itself. We're isolating the variable. What we do to one side, we have to do the other side. 135 minus 135 is 0. That leaves us with x. And 180 minus 135 would give us 45 degrees. Okay. Now, this last one. They want us to find the measure of angle HIG. So it's that one right there. Same thing. 51 plus 58 plus x equals 180 degrees. Now, 51 plus 58 would be 109 plus x equals 180. Positive 109, so we're going to have to subtract it from both sides and find out that x equals 71 degrees. Okay. Now, down at the bottom, they want you to draw the triangle. Got triangle JHL. I don't know what kind of triangle it is. I'm just going to sketch a triangle. Oh, whoops. Not very straight. Sorry about that. And I'm going to do JHL. And it says that angle HLJ is 65 degrees. And angle LJH is 50 degrees. And we want to find out what angle JHL is right here. Let me put an X there. Okay. So we're going to have to add up our angles. 50 plus 65 plus X equals 180. And 50 plus 65 would give us 115 plus X equals 180. We would subtract the 115 from both sides. And we would get X equals, and that should be 10, which would be 5. That would be 7, which would be 65 degrees. Okay. On the second page or the back side, this talks about corresponding parts, triangle, inequality theorem, and the only thing that I really wanted you guys to focus on today, or that we were really supposed to focus on, was just finding the missing measure in a triangle. And so then when you go to do your assignment, I want you to do this page. You can do 1 through 6 and 7. If you want to try 7 for bonus, you can do that for bonus, or you don't have to do that part at the bottom. Okay. I hope that gives you a much better understanding of angle relationships and triangles.